Welcome to Judgment Day, where I, today, will be revealing my Sudirman Cup predictions here on the eve of the tournament. We are now less than 24 hours away from the tournament to begin, one of the biggest, some might say it's the biggest tournament of this year, and I can't wait to present it to you. We've got a bumper of the next 8 days, I tell you. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, I suggest you do, because our content this week is going to be different. It's a sign of the progression that we've been through as a channel, the way that we've been able to grow together. And this is 3 years of hard work laid down into one. And hopefully my vision of what I see coming up this week is you're gonna absolutely enjoy it, love it. So obviously this is a grade 1 tournament, and when it comes to grade 1 tournaments, I nowadays normally do a predictions video for this tournament, and we're gonna do it none other better than a Google form. The reason why I'm doing it on a Google form is because I am giving you the chance to go to the Perodua Malaysia Masters 2025 coming later this month, and details for that will be coming at the end of this video. Loaded up the Google form, and you're gonna see me on the top right of the screen on a small box, I'll tell you that. And I will be going through this Google form. I was gonna do it like how I did it in the Olympics, but I'm like, because I'm doing a Google form for it, you might as well do it on the Google form. So, you know, it's not fraud. I will leave the interesting answers towards the very last bit of this video. And we're gonna start from the very bottom. So we're gonna do it, my favorite question. The ultimate flops of this tournament. You really think I was going to do that? I'm not going to do that, bro. The ultimate flop, I think, this tournament is, I think it's going to be Indonesia. They've had a lot of injuries. You've seen Gregoria Mariska Tunjung, Leorodi Canando pull out of the squad. That's obviously going to dampen the depth. Putri is a good player. She's been getting on form, but nowadays we're looking at injuries. Even Malaysia ourselves, we got injuries ourselves. We had Chia, he's not in the team, and we're gonna talk about what the consequences of that going forward. Victor Axelsen, he's not in this tournament as well. There's a few other players that are not in this tournament. China have got their own problems as well, so none of it is very, very innocent. But I think Indonesia has been hit harder than what we usually think, and they're in the group of death as well. When you're in the group of death, it normally means that the players are going to get more tired. They might have more pressure as well. Being the number 2 seed in this tournament is never easy, and I think Indonesia, they're going to bear the brunt of it. Who will be Malaysia's key player in the Sudirman Cup? We haven't got the squad list. If you're wondering what the brackets is, by the way, there'll be people going, what are the brackets? It is the age of the player. I just thought I left it in because, you know, some people, they might be interested. Justin Ho. I think Justin Ho is going to play a key role. The fact that BWF have written an article about him, the official BWF website, they talked about his injuries. Since then, he's been a little bit ruptured on form. He lost in the first round in many of the big tournaments. We saw him struggle against Arnold Merkler. I think he did lose to him as well. It will be a problem for him, but I think team events, it's all about the atmosphere, and with the roaring Malaysian team behind him, I think that's really going to motivate him, and I expect to see some big things for Justin Ho. He'll have lessons learned from last year's Thomas Cup. Where will Malaysia finish in this tournament now? We're heading towards that question. Very interesting. I think we will finish. You know, we are so inconsistent. when I say we're inconsistent, we don't really know what we're going to get with us. But we're obviously not going to finish in the group stage. I think we can look at it quite conclusively. Whether or not we can get any further than the quarterfinals is going to be something different. And I'm going to go conservative on this one. I think that Malaysia beating Japan will be a big task. And if they beat Japan, then we can talk about it. But I feel like we are going to get found out against our fixture against Japan, especially with the injuries that we had. Lee Zijia not being in the team. If he's in the team, I think we can beat Japan. On any day we can beat Japan because their men's singles players is not that reliable. But when you have to rely on the likes of Leong Jin Hao, Justin Ho, it becomes a bit of a difficult decision. For Malaysia, that's going to be the problem going into this tournament, and hopefully we'll be able to fight on that one. Now into the more interesting questions of this poll. We got the two countries that will finish in the semi-final. Who that I think will be in the semi-final? Who do I think will be taking the bronze medal? If I had to do a dark horse question, I would definitely put Chinese Taipei. The depth that they've got is crazy. Lin Chunyi, saya menonton dia main dekat All England, he beat the Olympic champion, and that's not easy to do. Yes, he is struggling with mental health, physical health, injuries, etc. And the desire to play badminton. But the fact that he's able to pull that off is something remarkable. We've got Zhou Tiancheng. He will be very, very motivated to help this team. They've got very capable women's doubles pairs that push Pearly and Tina all the way to a third game at the All England. And I believe it's not even their top pair as well. They're going to be one dark horse to watch. And last year they beat, Denmark. They got to the semi-final of a team event, and that's going to boost them. And the second team here is going to be controversial. China have been a little bit destabilized going into this tournament. They've got the Ren Xiangyu case that's obviously not helped. And you got Xiuqi, you got good players like Chen Yufei, he's starting to build into form. Wang Yi is the top player. And obviously they will thrive in team tournaments. But going a little bit conservative, going a little bit left field, I don't think their mixed doubles pairs is particularly beatable. If they are beatable, then they're certainly inconsistent. Because if you look at Guo Jinghua dengan Cheng Fanghui, I wouldn't trust them after they win the All England and then to lose first round. That's very, very unlike China. And that's just one key example that I think that China is going to struggle. Xiuqi, yes, he won the All England, but he lost to other capable players. It depends who he plays against, really. It really is coming down to fine margins like that. But I think China are going to get knocked out in the semi-finals of this tournament. Right, who will be the Sudirman Cup runners-up for this tournament? Now, a lot of the papers are saying that China, Korea and Japan are going to be the mainstays, the favourites going to this tournament. And I do agree. Obviously, we put China to be the semi-finalist. So it's either going to be Korea and Japan, and I believe that pattern is going to stay the same way as well. I think the finalists this year is going to be Japan. They did win the All England in the women's doubles. I do admit that. Nami Matsuyama and Chia have been on the best of form. They beat the best Koreans pairs. They beat the Chinese pairs, and that's ultimately going to help propel them to this stage. No wonder. But I just think on some elements they're not consistent at all. You look at the mixed doubles, Kodai Naraoka is a little bit of a rabbit sometimes, sometimes tall and sometimes short. They had heartbreak last time in the Sudirman Cup. Got a feel for them for it, but ultimately that's sport. But I think they're going to experience heartbreak again. They've never won the Sudirman Cup before. And if they do get to the final, unless if they are playing Malaysia in the final, I hope I'm proven wrong on that one. They can make history. But for now, it really is difficult to predict this Japanese team. And that ultimately leads me to a very strong Korean team. And I think they will win this tournament. You've seen it with men's doubles, Kim Wen-ho dengan Seo Sang-jae. They won the Malaysia Open. They've won the All England. Yes, they have a few weaknesses, but it's never a bad time to find out your weaknesses, especially when you've got time to work it out why it's happened in just the previous tournament. I think they're going to be good. And Se-young's going to lead the line. Lost in the final last year, might I add, and was the one that ultimately cost it. And I think that's going to really fire her up. She's in this squad. She rested for the Asia Championship after receiving an injury, resulting in an injury. You've got a lot of players that are in there as well. The one weakness that I can say that they've got so far, I think, will be men's single. But if you look at other teams, they've got weaknesses in other teams as well. China have got a weakness in men's double. You see Indonesia, they've got a weakness in women's singles. Malaysia have got a weakness in men's singles. Every team here has got a weakness, and South Korea having a weakness in the men's singles, and that weakness sometimes can be proven wrong as well. It's very balanced. There's no perfect team. If Malaysia had the perfect team, you can put us in the conversation, but we've not got the perfect team. We've suffered of late this year. Yes, Darence won the SUC Championship earlier this year, but whether or not that'll happen again, it's gonna be a difficult decision. So that has been the predictions for the Sudirman Cup. And don't forget to get involved in the BWF Sudirman Cup predictions in order for you to stand a chance in winning the Perodua Malaysia Masters tickets to attend from the 20th to 25th of May. Details are on screen right now. I'd love for you guys to come together to support Malaysian badminton. It's one of the reasons why this channel exists. I've spoken about it in the past that this was the first ever badminton tournament that I've attended. I've always loved these kind of tournaments, and sharing the love, sharing the support with you guys is going to be ultimately very special. If you're new to this channel, then please like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get link in the description below to join the poll, and yeah, may the best team win.